Hello BookTube. Today I'm going to be doing Jeremy Fee's 15 Rogues tag. I saw this tag originally on Jim's Books, Reading, and Stuff. For this week I'm hoping to do tag every day because I'm buried in tags and this is likely to be the only way I can extricate myself. So let's get started because this tag is going to be fun. Question number 1. Moll Flanders. I don't think I've ever read that book. No, I've never read that book. In what ways do you feel socio-economic status influences the lives of rogues? I think it depends. I think some rogues do act out of material want or material need. But other rogues act out because they want, whether it's legal or not, whether they need it or not. They just want it. Whether they're economically disadvantaged or socially disadvantaged, or they're socially and economically advanced or elite. Question number 2. Catwoman. One of my favorite characters in comic books. And certainly Batman's One True Pairing. How important do you think it is for a rogue to be athletic, acrobatic, and charming? Charming, yes, I think that is necessary. A rogue needs to be charming. Athletic or acrobatic, not so much. I don't think those two are as required. Charming is a must, though. Question number 3. Kvothe. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It could be Kvothe. I have never gotten on with the name of the wind. Do you feel a rogue should have musical skills, singing, playing an instrument, or dancing? No. I mean, it could enhance a rogue's charms, but isn't necessarily required. I mean, Catwoman gets along fine, and she doesn't typically display any of those talents. At least on a regular basis. Question number 4. The Musketeers. I have never actually read that novel. I've seen several adaptations, but never read the novel. Do you believe in a code of honor or justice, even when breaking the rules? Yes. Question number 6. Maverick. I'm not entirely sure whether... I'm pretty sure there's got to be a Western that relates to this, but I'm not entirely sure. Because the only Maverick I know of may or may not really have been a Maverick after all. When doing roguish things, do you prefer to act alone or in a group? Alone. Whether or not it's roguish or not. I work better alone. Question number 6, Star-Lord. He's much better in the comic books. Well, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Star-Lord. Do you have a fun alias or nickname you go by? I did. When I was younger, I went by Alan, my middle name. Largely because I had an uncle who was named Alan. Unfortunately, the kids in my friend group, babysitter group, called me Alien. I guess they thought I was weird or something. And so they'd always call me Alien. And eventually when I transitioned from elementary to junior high, I started going by James instead, which is my first name. And so... Question number 7, Loki. Love him. Particularly like the more modern, sort of anti-heroic version. Um, have you ever played pranks on your family members? No. My brother, kind of, sort of, but me, no. I'm not the annoying one. Question number 8, Debbie Ocean. I'm assuming she must be a character in one of the recent rebooted remake of Ocean's 11, which I've never seen. I've only ever seen the one with Frank Sinatra from the 60s, which is really quite good. Been it forever since I've seen it, though. Do you have any infamous family members or friends? Not living. And possibly not even from this, well, I mean, we're 21 years into the 21st century, so certainly not this century. Probably not even in the 20th century, possibly back in the 19th century, but it has been forever since I've actually looked at any sort of genealogical stuff about my family. So maybe, or maybe not. So I know one of my aunts who's really into genealogy has been kind of doing another round of it, but I don't know what she's found. I might want to actually ask her one of these days. Question number 9, Han Solo. Have you ever used secret compartments or hiding places for things? I wish. I really wish I could have like a secret book room or something like that, but I don't. And even if I did, why would I tell you? Question number 10, Indiana Jones. Is he really that much of a rogue? I mean, he's more of a tomb robber than a rogue. I mean, I will grant Han Solo does have a certain roguish charm, but not entirely sure about Indiana Jones. Do you have an iconic item such as a hat or whip that people know you by? No. Although you'd actually have to ask other people. I mean, they would know more than I would. Question number 11. Captain Jack Sparrow. Was there a time that you were almost caught doing something but got away? No. I'm usually never almost caught if I'm doing something bad, but I don't think that's ever happened. Question number 12, Doctor Who. Is he a rogue? I don't know if he counts as a rogue. But then again, I'm not really up on my Doctor Who. How likely are you to run and hide if there's something scary in your life? Pretty likely. I don't particularly much care for confrontation, unfortunately. Question number 13, River Song. I think, is this a reference to, Firefly? If it is, I never really got into that. Do you call other people endearing nicknames? Yes. There are, of course, the 4 children of the apocalypse, my 4 nieces and nephews. Although I never call them that to their face, I have other nicknames for them, which I will not mention here because I will only refer to them as the 4 children of the apocalypse. Question number 14. Captain Jack Harkness. Now, he's a rogue. Have you had any near-death experiences? No. Question number 15. In all of literature, who is your favorite rogue? I'm going to go with, I guess maybe Gambit from the X-Men. I think he's one of my favorite rogues. And Loki. Particularly the more recent interpretation of Loki, where he's more anti-heroic with more hero than anti-hero most of the time. Hopefully Marvel sticks with that because that's a great interpretation of the character. Although at some point they will progress him back to his more despicable earlier characterization, but it's comic books and that's what they do, which is infuriating. I mean, Peter Parker should be married to Mary Jane and not whatever that atrocity was that was committed in the mid-2000s that undid their marriage. And also, I can go on a rant about comic books. I might actually do that one of these days if I feel like it. But yeah, I would go with like Gambit or Loki, or my two favorite rogues. Okay, so finally we have tag. Tag at least 3 people. I tag everybody, and I tag everybody. But if you would like to do this tag, you're tagged. So, anyway, that was the 15 rogues tag. I will be back tomorrow with, I'm not entirely sure. There are a lot of tags for me to go through, and who knows what tag will catch my fancy tomorrow. So anyway, BookTube, until tomorrow, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.